Hey everybody, Tony George, DocSports.com. We're going to have some fun on a Saturday update. Going to talk about 5 games. Leans, you know, probably not worth the paper they're written on. Lately here, we gave you a bad free play last night on Marshall. We did not get it done with our big pick on Rutgers last night. Like the over in the USC Oregon game, that didn't happen. USC needs to fire Helton quickly. I'll tell you that right now. But nonetheless, we've got a big day here on Saturday, and we'll get to just a quick promo of what's going on there. But today we got a triple header in college basketball, flat bet, 4 units each across the board, swept on Friday. One thing we've noticed, one thing I've been working on this week is first half scoring algorithms and first half teams versus second half teams and what the scoring models are. And we had one last night with Drake on on South Dakota in the first half, and no sweat winner, and got the win with Belmont there in the Ohio Valley Conference I'd concentrate on. But we've got a first half line in a small conference game in the Horizon Conference. Also have a totals play out of the Mo Valley, and we have the side play winner in the Gonzaga Iowa game for you today. That game tips at noon. In the UFC, while football has been a downer and not a good year for me, admitted, not a good year. Somebody said, "Hey, you're down X amount of dollars in football." Yeah, I've been telling you. The only bright spot in football this year has been college football top plays, 6-2 run, including last night's loss. And we got a 7-unit play today on a doubleheader, and that 7, I'll be shocked. I got 2,200 to win 2,000 on this 7-unit play today, and I got $400 on my other play on the doubleheader. But one of the big bright spots this season, besides NASCAR, NBA was solid, and but UFC has been off the chart. You know, we went 3-1 last week, hit a 7-unit pick. That's 8 out of our last 9 6 or 7-unit picks in a row. In the UFC. We've also cashed 11 out of our last 14 cards. We've had 14 cards in 2020. We've cashed 11 of them. Triple header tonight, 7-unit top pick in the main event at UFC. Click the link in the description below, get a free $60. Get on it. Get on it. Also, I wanted to mention that the NFL's playing today. NFL haven't had a leg to stand on, but we got a doubleheader, side pick, and a teaser involving both games. Doc Sports. That's what's going on today. Okay? Going to rebound in college football. Going to stay steady in college basketball. Going to kill it in UFC. Going to smash a 7-unit top pick in college football. And we're going to do a little better on the free play. I have an official free play. I'm going to talk about these other games. It's Championship Saturday. Last game of the regular season. Not been my season, but hey, I'll share my thoughts with you. That's what I'm doing here. Early game, Big 12 Championship. Iowa State, Oklahoma. Oklahoma laying 7 total, or Oklahoma laying 6, 5.5. Some spots. And, of course, the total's 58.5. That game kicks off. Most of you might see this video before it. After it kicks off, I kind of like the over in that game. I'm just saying what I kind of like. I think it's going to be an underdog kind of day. I really do. In college football. I mean, you know, by the way, Matt Campbell has never lost a spread to Oklahoma since he's been head coach at Iowa State. Kind of their Achilles heel, so to speak, for lack of a better term. Tulsa, plus 14. Tulsa's got a hell of a defense. So does Cincinnati. That might be a low-scoring game. Brings points into play. Just saying. Just saying. San Jose State, not a believer? Boise State on name only? I don't know. I'll take the dog. Sparty. Small lean. These are just leans. Just me and you. Total disrespect for them and what they've done. Just saying. It's a good football team. Believe it or not, maybe one of the best turns around in college football this year. Matter of fact, in my opinion, the best turnaround in college football. And now you got a chance to complete it. Now you got a chance to make a statement that we are a solid football. They got everything going for them, momentum, everything. I'd take a chance. And another game, before we get the official free play, Notre Dame Clemson. I understand that Clemson's won the ACC title last 4 years by an average score of 47-10. I understand they're avenging a loss from earlier this season. I understand that Trevor Lawrence didn't play. I also understand the other quarterback that stepped in there for him, whose name I can't pronounce, I'm going to have to learn, a true Frosch, threw for over 400 yards against Notre Dame in that game. They lost in OT. Bottom line, I think it's too many points. One thing about Notre Dame I've noticed, Ian Book, doesn't have a lot of explosive receivers to throw to. But this guy's a gamer. He set a lot of records and a lot of big numbers at Notre Dame. And there's been a lot of good quarterbacks that have went through Notre Dame. A lot. I think this is Brian Kelly's best team he's ever had. And I'll tell you one thing. Up front on both sides of the ball, they are stiff and they are tough. Their defensive line is maybe the best in college football. You watch them against North Carolina. North Carolina's a good offensive football team. Good offensive football team with a very good quarterback, and they rendered them useless. And as the game went along, they continued to bury them. Dabo Swinney's been talking smack all week. Who's the best team in the last 35 years? If you look at this, that, and the other, not Notre Dame, it's Clemson. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, we'll see. I'll take the points in that game. My official free play today, Arizona State, probably is the best 3 games this year. On 1 and 2, ho-hum. A 70-7 win over an in-state rival got Kevin Sumlin fired, thank God. Well, he was a fade coach at Houston. He was a fade coach at Texas A&M in any game. Fade coach at Houston in big games, and he couldn't do jack crap at Arizona. Horrible head coach. Yeah, they embarrassed them. Oregon State, 5-10, their last 15 home games against the spread. This line should be 11 or 12 in my book. Your official free play today. Arizona State gets it done on the road tonight in Corvallis. Lay the 7 with Arizona State, your free pick. Doc Sports, have a great Saturday.